So starting on our belly, you're going to come to gator pose. So bring your palms underneath your forehead with the right palm on top of the left, and place your forehead down on top of the right palm. Just coming to the breath, come into the body. Feeling connection to the earth, rooted down through the hip points, the tops of the feet, rooted down into the earth. The third eye resting on the right palm. Breathe in, breathe out. And then eventually shifting your breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Pulling it in from the back of the heart. Breath moves in through the nose, through the back of the throat. It fills up the lungs. The belly presses against the earth. And as you exhale, the belly button contracts towards the spine as the air moves out of the lungs, the throat, the nose. Whatever it is you're feeling in this moment, whatever it is that's brought you to your mat, set your intention for your practice. Take a deep cleansing breath in through the nose, open the mouth, let it go. And then with the forehead rooted down on the right palm, with your next inhale, you're going to inhale, press the right palm into the forehead, lift the right elbow up towards the sky, taking a back bend here. So lift that right palm up off the left. Look over to your right and shift the elbow up to the sky. Big breath in, exhale, lower it back down to the earth. 2 more times. So inhale, lift, lead with that right elbow, lift it up to the sky. Exhale, lower it down to the earth. 1 more time. Inhale, lift. Gaze lifts, elbow lifts. Exhale, allow the palm to come back down to the earth. And then from here, just switching sides of allowing the left palm to come on top of the right. If you want, you can shake out your hips side to side here just for a moment. Or you can just sit in stillness, lie in stillness. And then taking the other side with your next in breath, draw the left elbow up to the sky, shift the gaze up over beyond that left elbow, slight back bend, exhale, lower down to the earth. 2 more times, big breath in, lifts you up, fill up. Exhale, lower the palm down on top of the right. 1 more time with your breath, inhale, lifts. Exhale, draw it back down to the earth. From here, press back to child's pose. Take a wide-legged child's pose. Big toes touch knees to the outside edge of the mat. Find length along the spine first. Walk the palms out towards the front edge of the mat. And then when you're ready, place the forehead down to the earth. If you want, you can press into the finger pads by cupping the earth. Maybe lifting the forearms, the elbows up off of the mat. Big breath in. And then exhale, allow the forearms to come down to the earth. With your next in-breath, shift forward into tabletop pose. Allow the shoulders to stack over the wrists, the hips to stack over the knees. From here, inhale, sweep the right arm out, maybe parallel to the earth, maybe right up to the sky. Exhale, thread it underneath the left. Allow the right shoulder to come to the earth, the right cheek to come to the earth. You can keep the left wrist underneath that left elbow, or you can walk it out towards the front edge of your mat, maybe straightening the arm. If you can go a little deeper, maybe you walk it over to the right corner edge of the mat and roll the heart open. Root down through the tops of the feet, engage the belly to help protect the low back. Big breath in. Big breath out. And when your next in-breath comes to pass, walk the palm back up underneath that elbow. If it's not already there, press back up. Sweep the right arm high to the sky or parallel to the earth, up to you. And then exhale, tabletop pose. Inhale for your cow pose. Drop the belly low. Lift the heart, the tail up to the sky. Exhale, round into cat, chin into chest. 2 more times. Inhale into cow pose. Lift the heart, the gaze, the tail high. Drop the belly low. Exhale, round the spine towards the sky, chin into chest. 1 more time. Big breath in, heart lifts, gaze lifts. Exhale, round the spine to the sky. Press the back of the heart up to the sky. And then with your next in-breath, come back to a neutral spine. From here, after you've found your neutral position, inhale, left arm out, either parallel to the earth or straight up to the sky. Exhale, thread it underneath the right arm. Place the left shoulder, the left cheek to the earth. Again, that right wrist can stay underneath that right elbow, or maybe you walk it out towards the front edge of the mat, straightening the right arm. Maybe, if you want a deeper opening, you walk it over to the left corner of the mat. Again, root down through the tops of the feet, engage the belly, protect the low back. Inhale. Exhale it out. Big breath in. Even, steady breath out. And as you're ready with your next in-breath, the right palm comes underneath the elbow. Press back up, release the left arm high to the sky, and then exhale, tabletop pose. Cat and cow, inhale, drop the belly low, lift the heart up. Exhale, round the spine towards the sky, chin into chest. 2 more times, once again, inhale, reach, lift the heart forward. Exhale, round the spine towards the sky, chin into chest. 1 more time through, big breath in, cow pose. Even breath out as you move your way into cat. And when you've finished with your exhale, inhale back to a neutral spine. From here, identify the left palm. Kick the heel, kickstand that left heel to the left, coming into a modified plank pose on the left side. So extend the right leg long, allow the foot to come flat on the earth, foot parallel to the back edge of the mat. Reach the right fingertips high. Gaze can be to the earth to stay grounded, on the horizon if you feel steady, or gaze up to the sky to keep energy lifted. Maybe you high five the front of your room, draw the bicep by the ear, and reach the fingertips long towards the front of the room. Deep inhale. Breathe it out, exhale. Inhale here, and then exhale, make your way back into tabletop pose. Wrist under the shoulder, knee under the hip. 1 round through your cat and cow. Lift the heart, inhale. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale when you're ready, back to your neutral position. And then identify the right palm here. Kickstand the right heel behind that right knee. Extend the left leg long. Reach the left fingertips high to the sky at first. And then maybe as you find that strength, high five the front of your room. Bicep comes by the ear. Fingertips towards the front of the room. Palm down to the earth. Maybe you're rolling the heart open. Same options with the gaze. Down on the horizon or straight up to the sky. Take 1 final breath here in your modified side plank, and then exhale back into tabletop pose. Last round through cat and cow with your breath. Inhale, you lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine, lift with the back of the heart. And then inhale back to a neutral spine. From here, step back to your high plank pose. Set up your feet, allow the feet to be hip width distance apart, allow the palms to be shoulder width distance apart. Spread the fingertips wide, keep the belly engaged, big breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shift the hips high up and back. Maybe you bend the knees a lot here to help melt the heart towards the tops of the thighs, to get long in the spine, reach the tail a little higher, and then as you feel ready, maybe straighten the legs. If you want to find movement in this first downward facing dog of your practice, feel free. You can walk out your dog by pedaling out the feet side to side, moving with intention with your breath. Maybe you'll inhale up onto the tippy toes and exhale the heels down to the earth. All options. balancing out any movement you chose to take, finding the inhale and the exhale. And then with your next in-breath, right leg rises high to the sky. You can stay here with the hips square, or maybe you want to open up that hip, bend the right knee, stack the right hip on top of the left. If that right shoulder wants to come up, allow it to, but then draw it back down in line with the left shoulder. Squaring both shoulders down towards the earth while you get long through the leg, the hip. Big breath in, maybe lift that knee a little higher. Big breath out. And then with your next in-breath, straighten the leg back behind you. Exhale, step the foot forward between the hands. Drop the left knee down to the earth and untuck the toes. Keep the left palm rooted down into the earth. Sweep the right fingertips high to the sky. Find a twisted low lunge. That right hand, it can stay on top of that right thigh if you like, or you can sweep the fingertips high to the sky. Up to you. Just notice the breath in each of the postures. If you need to back off, back off. If you can go deeper, go deeper. Big breath in, fill up. Even breath out, stay with me. One more breath in here. Exhale, both palms to the inside of that right foot. Tuck the left toes under, lift up that left knee off the earth. Go all the way to the back of the mat for your Skandasana side lunge. So maybe you take a high side lunge by drawing that left elbow into the left knee, or maybe you drop the sit bones down towards the earth, reach the toes to the sky. If you're ready to reach the palms to heart center or take any bind that's in your practice, you may go there, but we'll have a second opportunity to come into our side lunge. Big breath in. Exhale, release the palms to the earth. Crawl your way back to that right foot at the front edge of the mat. Drop once again that left knee down to the earth. Untuck the toes. Stay here with palms to either side of that front foot. You can walk the hands up onto that right thigh if you'd like. Keep that right knee stacked over top of that right ankle. Sink the hips down into the earth. Allow the belly to come up off of that front thigh. Engage the belly to help protect that low back. If you want to find a shoulder opener, you can reach the arms up to the sky. Hook the left thumb behind the right. Draw the biceps back by or behind the ears. Peel the elbows apart. Big breath in, belly engaged. Big breath out. Take an inhale here. Exhale, both palms to the earth. Inhale, reach the heart forward. Exhale, half splits. Shift the left hip over top of that left knee. Straighten the front leg. You can take a slight micro bend in that front knee to help draw the torso towards the top of that straight right leg. Peel the toes back. The big toe edge, just as much as the pinky toe edge, peels back towards the heart. And if you can, maybe begin to bend the elbows back behind you as you draw that right shoulder down towards the top of that straight right leg. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Big breath in. Even breath out. And then inhale, bend into that front knee. Tuck the back toes under, step the left foot forward to meet the right. Halfway lift when you're ready. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Pause here. Allow the feet to come hip width distance apart. Coming into your ragdoll shape. Maybe the hands stay to the earth. Maybe you grab opposite wrists, forearms, elbows, whatever's available to you. This is your practice. Keep the breath steady, flowing in and out of the body. Take a gentle sway side to side. If you shake out the neck, yes, and shake out the neck, no. Just do it gently. Just enough to allow the crown of the head to drip down towards the earth. Inhale here, and exhale, release any bind you took. With your next in breath, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, step the left foot back so you come into your runner's lunge on that right side. Inhale, melt the heart forward, drop that left knee down towards the earth. Exhale, round through the spine, straighten the front leg. Maybe the right toes reach back towards the heart. 2 more times. Inhale, come back into your runner's lunge. Lift the heart, almost coming into your cow pose. Exhale, round through the spine, straighten both legs. Toes can stay grounded or lifted. 1 more time through. Inhale, reach the heart forward. Exhale, round through the spine, straighten both legs. And then inhale back into your runner's lunge. Exhale, step the right foot back to your high plank. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lower knees to the earth. Hug the elbows in tight. Come all the way down onto the belly. 1 time into baby cobra. Root down through the tops of the feet, even the toenails. Inhale, lift the heart up, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, lower the chest back down to the earth. Tuck the back toes under. Engage the core. Inhale, press back up to a modified or full plank pose. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in, even steady breath out. So moving to the second side, inhale that left leg high to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee, open up that hip, maybe stacking the left hip on top of the right. Deep breath in, maybe lift that knee a little higher. Deep breath out. And then inhale as you straighten the leg back behind you. Exhale, step the foot forward between the thumbs. Drop that right knee down, untuck the toes. Staying rooted down in that right palm. Inhale, find your low lunge twist. So maybe the left palm comes on top of the left thigh as you twist open. Maybe the left fingertips are comfortable to reach up to the sky. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Big breath in, even breath out. Take 1 more breath in, heart reaches high. Exhale, both palms to the inside of that left foot. Tuck the right toes under, lift the knee up off the earth. Take a breath in. Exhale, side lunge at the back of the mat. Crawl your hands all the way back. Make sure to keep that right foot flat on the earth. The left toes can stay grounded as you stay lifted, or maybe you sink the sit bones down a little lower and reach the left toes up to the sky. You can keep the eyes closed or keep them open, whatever it is that helps you to feel steady, to feel rooted in your practice. Maybe it is coming back to the intention that we set at the beginning of our practice. Big breath in, even breath out. Take 1 more inhale here. Exhale, both palms to the earth. Crawl yourself back to the front edge of the mat to that left foot. Drop the right knee down and untuck the toes. Coming into your low lunge, you can keep the palms once again grounded to either side of that front foot. You can walk them up onto that left thigh, reaching the heart up. Sink down into that right hip flexor. Make sure to keep that left knee stacked in on top of that left ankle. And if you want to find a shoulder opener on this side, inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, hook the right thumb this time behind the left. Draw the biceps back by or behind the ears. Take a big breath in, heart lifts. Exhale, peel the elbows apart. Once again, engaging, or at least focusing on the engagement in the low belly to help protect that low back. Big breath in, steady breath out. 1 more breath in here. Exhale, release both palms to the earth. Inhale, shine the heart forward. Exhale into your half splits. Right hip stacks over top of that right knee as the left leg straightens. Make any adjustments. You can always bring the earth closer to you by propping your palms up on top of a couple of blocks if you've got them handy. Heart reaches forward, inhale. Exhale, maybe stay here. Bend the elbows back behind you as you draw the left shoulder towards the top of that straight left leg. Breathe in. Breathe out. The breath can always help us to feel centered, to stay focused. So anytime the mind starts to get ahead of you, just come back to the breath. When you're ready from your half splits, inhale, shift forward, bend into the left knee. Tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee up off the earth. Step that right foot forward. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold once again. So separate the feet out hip width distance apart. You can take any other bind variation that's in your practice here. Maybe you clasp the hands at the low back, Right, interlacing all 10 fingers. If you have a strap or towel or t-shirt handy, you can always grab onto that, wring out the shoulders. If you want to take the hands behind the calves, you can do that as well. Every breath in, the belly expands. Every breath out, we come a little closer into our forward fold, a little deeper into our forward fold. If you're having trouble this practice by allowing the torso to lay on top of the thighs, feel free to bend the knees to allow the torso to lay on top of the thighs. And then with your next in breath, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, release the palms to the earth, releasing any bind you took. From here, step back to your high plank pose. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower your variation of chaturanga. Maybe knees come to the earth. Maybe you come into your full variation. When you're ready, inhale, heart lifts, cobra or up dog, and then exhale into your downward facing dog. Big breath in, big breath out. Since we missed it on this other side, inhale, sweep that left leg high. Exhale, step the foot forward into your runner's lunge. From here, inhale into your cow pose in your runner's lunge. Exhale, round through the spine, straighten both legs. Good. 2 more times. Inhale into your cow pose, runner's lunge. Exhale, straighten both legs. Maybe peel the toes up off the earth. 1 more time. Inhale, cow pose, runner's lunge. Exhale, round the spine into cat, straighten both legs. And then inhale, come into your runner's lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, right leg rises high to the sky. Exhale, step the foot forward between the hands. Inhale, rise up into your high lunge. With your exhale, draw your palms through heart center. Inhale, lunge the heart forward, preparing for your twist. Exhale, twist to your right, hook the left elbow to the outside of that right leg. You can always back off and come into a high lunge twist with the left palm to the inside of that right foot. It's up to you. If you've got palms at heart center, press the palms toward heart center. Roll the heart up and open. Maybe the gaze shifts up to the sky. Big breath in. Big breath out. And then using belly strength, inhale, cartwheel the arms open to warrior 2. That back heel will come down to the earth. The blade of the left foot will come parallel to the earth. Maybe you widen your stance from your runner's lunge or your high crescent lunge. Pick up that right heel up off the earth, sink down into the right hip, and then gently place that foot down to the earth. Big breath in. Sink that hip down a little lower, breath out. Inhale, flip the front palm, reverse the warrior, and with your exhale, move into your extended side angle. Any variation here. Forearm to the thigh, left fingertips high to the sky. If you feel ready, maybe the right fingertips come down to the earth or to a block, to the inside or outside of that front foot. If you have a bind in your practice, you can choose to go there, taking a half bind, maybe wrapping the arm behind the back, or maybe a full bind. The right arm will come underneath the right leg. If it compromises, though, the rolling of the heart up and open towards the sky, back off. If it compromises any even, steady breath in and out, back off. Strong back leg, strong left quad, strong lift of the heart to stay light out of that right thigh. And then with your next in breath, release the bind, sweep the arms high to the sky, flip the palm, reverse warrior. Exhale, both palms to the earth, square off the hips, step back to your high plank. Take a breath in your high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down onto the belly. Bring the arms by the side body this time, palms face down to the earth. Either zippering up the legs, bring the big toes to touch, or keeping the feet hip width distance apart. It's up to you where you choose to be. Root down through the tops of the feet, so much so that the knees begin to lift up off the earth. Take a big breath in. Let all the air out. Exhale. And then inhale, lift the heart, the arms, the legs up off the earth. Pause here for 3, locust pose. Breathe in and out for 2. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower left cheek to the earth. Allow the palms to come face up by the side body, maybe the shoulders, shrug up towards the ears. Allow the back muscles to turn off. Big breath in. Even breath out. And then from here, taking locust one more time, you can bring the arms by the side body, the palms face down. You can bring the biceps by the ears for Superman or woman pose. You can also interlace all 10 fingers at the low back. It's your choice where you want to go. If you've got biceps by the ears, then the pinky edge comes down to the earth. Root down through the tops of the feet once more. Find the strength in the legs. Big breath in. Let it all out. Exhale. And then inhale, lift the heart, the arms, the legs up off the earth. Breathe in. Breathe out. If you've got the fingers interlaced to the back, maybe you begin to lift the palms up off the sit bones or the low back. Inhale. Exhale it out. And then last breath in as you find lift. Exhale, gently release the arms by the side body. Place the right cheek to the earth, the palms face up. Allow the shoulders to shrug up towards the ears. Allow the back muscles to turn off. Pausing here in your breath. Maybe shaking out the hips side to side. Maybe bending the knees, windshield wipering feet side to side. And you choose the way that you would like to move back to your downward facing dog. You can lift up through the heart into cobra, up dog. You can press back through child's pose for a full breath in and a full breath out. Just stay long in the spine, long in the low back. If you chose the path to downward facing dog, maybe you pedal out the feet as you shake out the hips side to side. And then eventually making your way into downward facing dog if you're not already there. Inhale, raise that left leg high to the sky. Exhale, step the foot forward. Inhale, rise up into your high crescent lunge, sweep the arms high. Exhale, allow the palms to come down to heart center. Inhale, shine the heart forward as you lean forward. And then exhale, scoop out the belly and twist to your left. Hook the right elbow to the outside of that left leg. You can always back off from this posture, once again offering the right palm to come to the inside of the left foot and the left fingertips to reach high to the sky. Deep inhale. Breathe it out, exhale. And with your next in breath, inhale, cartwheel open to your warrior 2. The back heel will come down to the earth. The blade of that back foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat. As you find your warrior 2, strengthen the legs, lift up that left heel off the earth, find depth in the hips, sink low, breath in, exhale, foot back down to the earth. Inhale, flip that front palm, reverse warrior. Exhale, come into your extended side angle. Options here once more, forearm to thigh, palm to the earth or to a block to the inside or outside of that front foot. And then any bind that's in your practice, you can wrap the right arm behind the back, capturing that left thigh with the right palm. Maybe you take a full bind by wrapping the left arm underneath that left leg. Again, if you notice that your heart rolls down towards the earth, just back off in the bind, roll the heart open, and breathe. Big breath in. Sink down into that left hip, breath out. Deep inhale. Breathe it out, exhale. One more breath in. Maybe you sink a little lower, breath out. And then inhale, undo the bind, flip the palm, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the palms to the earth. Square off the hips, right? Release that back hip, step back to your high plank. Take a breath in your high plank. This time with your exhale, move into downward facing dog and begin to walk the palms to the back of the mat to meet the feet. Separate the feet hip-width distance apart. We're going to take a standing twist to each side. So if you need a block handy, you can grab one. Otherwise, place the left palm in front of that left foot or underneath the nose, wherever is comfortable to you. Bend the left knee, keep the right leg straightened. Inhale, sweep the right fingertips up to the sky. Gaze can stay down to that left palm. Again, staying grounded, rooted down. Gaze on the horizon, chin in line with center of the chest if you feel steady. Maybe the gaze up to the sky if you feel like, hey, I need a little bit more energy in this practice. Big breath in, stay rooted, stay grounded, big breath out. Take an inhale. Exhale, allow the right palm to come to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen, straighten both legs, and exhale, fold. Switching sides, either moving the block to the other side or just placing the right palm in front of that right foot or underneath the nose. Again, whatever's comfortable for you. Bend the right knee. Inhale, when you're ready, sweep the left fingertips up to the sky. Find that standing twist. Same options with the gaze. Breathe in. Breathe out. Take one more breath in here. And with your exhale, place both palms to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to take a deep hip cross now. So halfway lift on the in-breath. From here, step the right foot behind or, to the other side of that left foot. So the leg comes behind, good. And then allow the feet to either be together or you can toe heel them separately. It doesn't matter, whatever's comfortable for you. Big breath in as you find length, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. You can keep the palms rooted down onto your blocks. Maybe you cross the arms and grab the opposite ankle. It actually ends up being the same ankle, but maybe you cross the arms and take the left hand to the right side, right? But it's really the left ankle. And maybe take the right hand to the outside of the opposite ankle. A little mind trick for us in this practice. Big breath in. Even, steady breath out. Root down through the feet. Every inhale, the belly expands. Every exhale, you find a little more depth in this deep hip cross, forward fold. From here, if you took the bind, grabbing opposite ankles, halfway lift as you release, and then exhale, uncross the legs, just setting yourself back up for the second side. So this time the left leg will come behind the right and you'll step it to the outside of that right foot. You can separate the feet out or allow them to be together. It's up to you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, keeping the palms either on the blocks, the earth, or again, crossing the arms, grabbing the outsides of the ankles. Up to you, the path you choose. Every side is different, so it doesn't necessarily have to be the exact same. You just go where you can breathe and go where your practice will take you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. And then inhale, halfway lift as you release either ankle. And then exhale, uncross the legs, shift yourself back to the center edge, the center back of your mat. Crawl the palms out back to your high plank pose. You can just shift to downward facing dog. You can take knees, chest, chin. You can take a modified chaturanga or a full. It's up to you how you choose your path to get into downward facing dog. When you're ready, the heart will lift into cobra or up dog if you've chosen that path. And then exhale, downward facing dog. With your next in breath, raise the right leg high to the sky. Exhale, step the foot to the outside of the right hand. Both palms to the inside of that right foot, coming into a lizard lunge. So you can stay high in the lizard lunge. You can come down onto the forearms if you'd like. Again, placing one forearm on one block, the other forearm on a second block if you've got two handy. You can always drop the left knee down to the earth. You can keep the toes tucked under or untucked. It's up to you. If you want, with control and with the belly engaged here, you can allow the right toes to shift out about 30 to 45 degrees. And then take the right hand to the inner right thigh just above the knee and help press that hip open. Flex the toes towards the knee to help protect the knee. Deep breath in. Sigh it out, exhale. So we're going to be here for a few more breaths, so you can choose how you want to take the remainder of your few breaths in your lizard lunge. Breath in. Breath out. You can allow the toes to move back towards the front edge of the mat. You can place the palms to the inside of the front foot. Stay down on the forearms, up to you. And just find one more inhale in this posture. One more exhale. And if you're not already there, walk the palms up onto the earth. Shift the hands to either side of that front foot. We're going to come back into a second variation of half splits. So inhale, reach the heart forward. Exhale, shift the left hip back over that left knee, straighten the front leg. From here, taking a twist to your right, you're going to walk the palms to the outside of the right foot or the right leg, both palms to the outside. Maybe they stay to the earth, right? Cupping the earth. Maybe you can walk them a little more over to the right and place the palms flat on the earth. Try not to let the right toes move out. The knee still stays straight up to the sky, the toes still peeling back towards the body. You can stay lifted. If you'd like to bow, you can. If it's available to you in this particular practice. Deep breath in. Even breath out. The breath may not be right as easy to get in and out in this gentle half splits twist, but it can still flow steady in, steady out. Peel the toes back towards the heart. With your next in breath, walk the palms back to either side of that front foot. You're going to come into gate pose as you continue to swing around to the left. The left heel is going to come behind that left knee. Straighten the right leg long on the mat. Inhale, rise up, sweep the arms high. Exhale, grab the left wrist with your right hand. Inhale, find length, shoulders away from the ears, and exhale, side bend to your right. Once again, with the gaze, you figure out where it's right for you in this practice. Down to the earth towards that right foot, right at the horizon, or straight up to the sky. Big breath in, even breath out. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, place both palms to the back edge of the mat. Tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee up off the earth, right? It should already be there. And then lift the left knee up off the earth into your cheetah pose. So pull the left knee into the chest, knee to nose. Take a big breath in as you shift the gaze forward, and then exhale, step or help the foot to meet the left thumb. Drop the right knee down, untuck the toes. Coming into a quad stretch now on the right side. That's the leg we've been working. So you can keep the right palm to the inside of the left foot, reach back with the left hand to capture. I'm going to give you another option. You can also walk both hands on top of that right thigh, that left thigh, and maybe reach back with the left hand to capture that left leg as you bend the knee. Any other deeper variation in your practice, in your quad stretch, you can go there. Breathe in. Breathe out. Deep inhale. Breathe it out, exhale. Take one more breath in here. Exhale, gently release that foot behind you. From here, you're going to pivot, turn. So we're going to come onto our sit bones. As we come down onto the earth, you're going to pivot, turn on that right knee as you come all the way down to the earth, and then place the sole of the right foot to the inner left thigh. Remove the flesh out from underneath the sits bones. Peel the left toes back towards the heart. Square the shoulders towards that extended leg. Inhale, sweep both arms high. Exhale, dive forward, allowing the palms to rest to either side of the knee, the shin or the calf, the ankle, the foot. You can also find a bind beyond that extended leg if that's available to you. Big breath in. Even breath out. Deep inhale. Breathe it out, exhale. Stay here for 3. Breathe in and out for 2. And then slowly, slowly inhale, rise back up to center. From here, keep that left leg long, but this time come into a half Gomukhasana with the right knee stacking over top of that left knee. You can stay in this half Gomukhasana. Inhale, reaching the arms high. Exhale, folding forward. If it's available to you in the hips in this particular practice, right, you can also allow the left foot to come to the outside of the right hip, coming into your full Gomukhasana legs. If you want to take any arm variation, you can pat yourself on the back with that left hand. Take the right hand to the left elbow. If you have a bind in your Gomukhasana pose, or if you have a strap, again, handy, t-shirt, towel, all things are useful. You can stay lifted. If it's in your practice to fold, you can fold by hinging at the hips. Big breath in. Even breath out. Deep inhale. Breathe it out, exhale. And then if you're folded with your next in-breath, rise back up to center. Gently release any bind you took. You're going to twist to your to your right. Sweep the arms up, inhale. Exhale, left hand comes to the outside of the right knee, right palm comes to the earth behind you. If you've got that front leg extended, peel the toes back. Lift the heart up, inhale. Exhale, find that twist. Chin can stay in line with center of the chest, or the gaze perhaps can go beyond that right shoulder. Big breath in. Even steady breath out. Take one more breath in here. With your exhale, come back to center. Continue twisting all the way over to your left, back to the front edge of the mat. Untwist your legs. Step back to your downward facing dog, or move through a flow. It's up to you. Big breath in will shift you forward. Exhale, lower through your variation of chaturanga. The heart lifts on the in-breath, and with your exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. You can part the lips, open the mouth if you'd like. Exhale. And then second side, inhale, left leg rises high to the sky. Exhale, step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Stay high on the ball of the back foot for your high lizard lunge as both arms, both palms come to the inside of that left foot. Taking your variation, allowing the blocks to come underneath the forearms, allowing the forearms to rest on the earth. You can always drop that back knee down, keeping the toes tucked under or untucked, up to you if you want to come into low lizard lunge. And then from here with that front leg, maybe you turn the left toes out about 30 or 45 degrees, right? Have control with the belly. And maybe the left palm comes to the inner left thigh just above the knee to help get into the hips a little more. Keep flexing once again the left toes to help protect that left knee. Deep inhale. Even exhale. Breath in. Breath out. Any other variation that you want to take here for your next 3 breaths, up to you. This is your practice. Close the eyes if you feel steady. Again, if you need to go inside, come back to the intention that you set for yourself at the beginning of your practice. Come back to the steadiness of the breath, even in, even out. Big breath in here. Exhale, come back to center. Allow the left toes to point towards the front of the mat if they're not already there. From here, walk the palms back up onto the earth. Tuck the back toes under, lift the knee up off the earth if it's not already lifted, and then shift the hands to either side of that front foot. It's just to help create space to toe heel that foot in. And then when you're ready, drop that back knee down, untuck the toes. Reach and extend the heart forward, inhale. Exhale into your half splits, shift the right hip this time over the left, straighten the left leg. You can stay here in your half splits, or maybe, just maybe, you turn to the left, fingertips perhaps to the earth. Maybe you walk them all the way over so that the left fingertips reach all the way to your left, sort of perpendicular to your legs. You can keep the arms straight, or if it's in your practice to bend them, do so. But be mindful of that left leg. Make sure the toes are still pointing up towards the sky. Make sure the left knee doesn't follow, right, with the fold. It points up to the sky. Really open up the outside of that leg. Press through the top of the foot of that right foot. Big breath in. Big breath out. Deep inhale. Stay with me, deep exhale. And then inhale, walk yourself back to center. Keep crawling yourself all the way to your right. Pivot, turn the right foot behind that right knee. Gate pose, second side. Root down through that left foot. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, grab your right wrist with your left hand. Inhale, find length. And exhale, side bend to your left. Gaze can be over towards the left toes, the left foot. Gaze can be on the horizon, or gaze up to the sky. Deep breath in, even steady breath out. Deep inhale. Breathe it out, exhale. And then inhale, rise back up to center. Exhale, plant both palms to the back of the mat. Turn the back toes under, lift the knee up off the earth, and then pull the right knee into the chest as if you're coming into a cheetah pose. Inhale, shift the gaze forward. Exhale, step or help the foot to meet the right thumb. Drop the left knee down and untuck the toes. Remember, we're coming into that quad stretch again here, so move into your options, whether that was the left palm staying to the earth, the right hand reaching back. Maybe both hands come up onto that right thigh. And then you bend the back knee and reach back to capture with the left hand. Once more, any deeper variation that's in your practice, you can move there now. Opening up that quad, getting into the hip flexors a bit more. Big breath in, big breath out. Hold here for 3. Full belly. Exhale, release all the air for 2. Breathe it in, fill up the lungs. Breathe it out. Last breath, stay with me. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. And then inhale, release any bind you took. Exhale, gently release that foot down to the earth. So once again, as that foot comes to the earth, we're going to pivot on that knee as we crawl ourselves back, coming into, right, our seated forward fold here. I like to call it my seated tree pose. Peel the right toes back towards the body. Square the shoulders in line with that extended leg. Sweep the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, fold over that right leg. Palms to either side of that knee. The shin, the calf, the ankle, the foot. We're taking your bind beyond that right foot. Deep breath in, even breath out. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. And then inhale, walk yourself back up. From here, you're going to take, once again, half Gomukhasana, this time the left knee stacking over top of the right. Remove the flesh out from underneath the sit bones if you need to readjust. Sweep the arms up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold into your half Gomukhasana. Keep peeling the toes back. If it's available to you and in your practice, you can always tuck the right foot to the outside of that left hip, stacking both knees still here. And then taking any arm variation again, you can just hug the knees in front of you, or maybe you take that full Gomukhasana if it's in your practice, right arm or right palm rather pats you on the back. Take the left hand to the right elbow, or maybe you take a bind behind the back. You can stay lifted to try to root those sit bones down to the earth. It's natural to allow the left sit bone to come up, but you're still working it down, right? Because the knees are staggered. And then you can stay here or fold forward. Breathe in and out. Full breath in. Full breath out. Deep inhale. Breathe it out, exhale. With your next in breath, rise back up to center, sweep the arms high, and then exhale, take a twist to your left. Other way. Yeah, the right hand will come to the outside of the left knee, left palm to the back of the mat. You can keep the chin in line with center of the chest, or you can allow the gaze to move beyond that left shoulder. Every inhale, lift the heart, the crown of the head high. Every exhale, the belly scoops out to help you move a little deeper into the twist. Take one more breath in here. Exhale, move back to center, and then continue to twist to your right, planting the palms behind you on the mat. Step back to your downward facing dog. Pedal out the feet, shake out the hips side to side. And then again, option here, big breath in through the nose, open the mouth, let it all go. With your next in breath, raise the right leg high to the sky. Exhale, take the right knee to the right elbow, shift the shoulders forward over the wrist. Drag it down to the right wrist, over to the left wrist, up to the left elbow. Back to center, big breath in. Exhale, pigeon pose as you pivot on that knee. Send the right knee to the outside of the right hip. Tuck the left toes under, lift the knee up off the earth to help shift the hips back. Walk the hands to either side of that front leg or hips. Lift the heart up, inhale. Exhale, fold forward, maybe bringing the forearms down to the earth or to a couple of blocks. Maybe releasing all the way down. Any variation again with your arms. This is your practice. You can release the forehead on top of your palms, just like we had them in our gator pose at the beginning of our practice. You can release the forehead down to the earth. Just allow yourself to breathe into the space that you have in the body. And if you feel like, right, there's tension somewhere that you're trying to breathe into the space, but it's not available to you, then close the eyes. Big breath in, fill up, breathe into that space where you feel that tension. And then exhale, release perhaps into the space that you've just created with the big breath in. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Hold here for 3. Breathe in and out for 2. And 1. So from here, walk the palms back up onto the earth. Tuck the right toes under, lift the knee up off the earth. Inhale, sweep the right leg high to the sky. Bend the knee, open up the hip. You can take a few hip mandalas here, right hip circles by pulling the knee into the chest. Knee can move out to the right and then back behind you. Anything else that feels good for you. I also like to come back to down dog and lift my opposite leg. That feels good to me. You go where you need to go. And then eventually finding downward facing dog before taking the other side. When you're ready, deep inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, take the left knee to the left elbow, shift the shoulders forward. Drag it down to the left wrist, over to the right wrist, up to the right elbow, back to center, big breath in. Exhale, pivot, turn into your pigeon pose. Tuck the back toes under, lift the knee up off the earth to shift the hips back. Walk the hands back. Breath in, lift the heart. Exhale, dive forward. Forearms to the earth, to a couple of blocks. Maybe you take one palm over the other, forehead down, or maybe you can release all the way down to the earth. Flex the left toes to help protect that left knee. Big breath in. Big breath out. Here for 3. Breathe in and out for 2. And 1. So whenever you're ready, palms come back up onto the earth. Tuck the right toes under, lift the knee up off the earth. Pull the left knee in towards the chest. Big breath in as that left leg comes back behind you. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Take the option that works for you for your hip release. Same hip circles, lifting the opposite leg. Eventually making your way into downward facing dog. Eventually coming down onto the knees. Crossing over the ankles, coming onto the sits bones. Soles of the feet to the earth, knees to the sky as you begin to roll all the way down onto the back. You can grab the space behind the knees, or you can use belly strength, hands to either side of the legs as you roll down. So just coming into a bridge pose, whether it is with a block or without a block. Bring the arms by the side body, palms face down to the earth if you don't have a block. And then if you do have a block, place it underneath the sits bones or the hip points. It's up to you. Fingertips sort of tickle the heels of the feet. You'll inhale, press up into your bridge pose. Maybe you take a clasp by interlacing the fingers underneath the body. Keep the chin though in line with center of the chest. Maybe you shimmy one shoulder under the neck and then the other, again without moving the head side to side. Big breath in as you press the hips high to the sky. Big breath out. Press the shins towards the front of the room, the hips up towards the sky, perhaps even the heart towards the back of the room. Take an inhale here. Exhale, gently release the bind you took. Undo the shoulders, come down one vertebrae at a time. Walk the soles of the feet to the outside edge of the mat, knees knock in towards center. Sweep the arms up and overhead. Grab opposite wrists, forearms, elbows, whatever is available to you in this practice. And then bring your arms out to a T, palms face down to the earth. Keep the knees knocked into center. Take a breath in at center. With your exhale, allow the knees to drop over to the right, the gaze left. So the knees are sort of staggered. And then inhale, gently draw them back up to center. Exhale, allow the knees to drop over to the left, gaze to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, allow the knees to drop over to the right, gaze left, and pause. Taking any variation here. So if you want to work that right ankle over top of that left thigh to help with that stretch, you can move there, sort of just above the knee. If you want to back off and bring both knees together, you can do that. If you want to cross the left leg over top of the right to find a twist, you can go there as well. Keep the breath steady, even in, even out. Yes, we're nearing the end of our practice, but keep the inhales and the exhales steady and strong. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Gently allowing the right ankle to come off of that left thigh. Inhale back up to center. With your exhale, allow the knees to fall to the left, the gaze over the right shoulder. And same options, right? Take the same option that you took on the other side for that twist. So if it's available to you, allow the left ankle to come on top of that right thigh, just above the knee. Giving yourself a little assist here with that foot. You can also cross the right leg over top of the left thigh, or keep the knees stacked on top of one another. Deep breath in, steady breath out. Inhale. Exhale it out. And then allowing that foot to come off of that thigh. When you're ready, inhale the knees back up to center. Keeping the back of the head and the shoulders on the earth, pull the knees into the chest, hug the knees in. Take a gentle rock side to side, massaging the low back. And then from here, if you feel like you need a forward fold for a release, or a happy baby pose for a release in the low back, take your option. So if you're going to take a happy baby pose, allow the knees to come towards the armpits at first. The soles of the feet reach up to the sky. And you have a different variation here. You can grab the outside blades of the feet. The peace fingers can wrap around the big toes. Or maybe you take the hands to the inside blade, to the inside arch of the feet, right on the heel. Turn the toes out, away from the shoulders, and pull the knees, again, instead of in towards the armpits, to the outside of the shoulders. Flex the toes, though, to help protect the knees. And if you want to take a forward fold, you can hug the knees into the chest. Take a rock along the length of the spine, extend the legs out in front of you. Remove the flesh off from underneath the sits bones, as well as the hamstrings. Sweep the arms high, inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Again, if the torso isn't available to you to be laying on top of the thighs, you can bend the knees a bit or a lot. Engage the hamstrings by pulling the heels in towards the body. Peel the toes back towards the heart. Reaching the crown of the head out, the heart out. Find the release in the low back. And when you're ready, inhale, rise back up to center. Bend the knees, soles of the feet to the earth, knees to the sky. Same option to roll onto your back, grabbing the space behind the knees or allowing the arms to come to either side of the legs as you use the belly strength to roll you down. Take the soles of the feet together, knees wide on the earth. Allow the heels to move far away from the body, coming into Supta Baddha Konasana. Allow the left palm to rest on the heart. Allow the right palm to rest on the belly. Close the eyes if they're not already closed. Come back to the intention that you set for yourself at the beginning of your practice. Come back to the steadiness of the breath. Always a tool when we feel like we're getting ahead of ourselves. Come back to the breath, steady it. It can help steady the mind. It can help steady the body. Take a cleansing breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. 2 more times, breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Last breath in through the nose. Cleansing breath out through the mouth. Allow the left palm to fall away from the heart. Allow the right palm to fall away from the belly. Allow the left leg to stretch long on the mat, the foot to just fall out to the left, relaxed. Allow the right leg to do the same. The foot to fall out to the right, completely relaxed. Make any final adjustments before sinking into Shavasana. Let go of tension in the breath, the body, the mind. And just allow yourself to be still. Begin to bring some awareness back into the body. Maybe allowing breath to move even in, even out once more. And as you draw new cycles of breath back into the body, draw some new energy back in as well. New life, new light, new love. Send that energy down to toes and fingers, to ankles, to wrists. Just creating small, subtle movements to help reawaken the limbs. And then eventually reaching and stretching arms overhead. Allow the toes and the fingers to reach and stretch away from the center of your beautiful being. Maybe even allow the rib cage to puff up towards the sky. And then pulling everything into that center, knees into the chest, forehead into the knees. Wrap your arms around your legs. Give yourself a hug and find gratitude with yourself for bringing you to your mat and to your practice. Take a gentle rock along the length of the spine until you rock up through center to a comfortable seated posture. Keeping the eyes closed. Allowing the palms to fall wherever is comfortable for you. Face up or down on the knees, in your lap, at heart center. No matter where the palms are, bow to your heart. Bow to that bright, vibrant light that resides within you. And bow to the intention that you set for yourself at the beginning of your practice. Take one final cleansing breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, let it all go. Thank you so much for allowing me to be your guide. I honor that space in you that is filled with love, with truth, and with peace. And I greet that place where you and I are one. Namaste.
Namaste.